Hello. Today I want to talk about something really exciting and fascinating. Warren Buffett versus Bitcoin. Why he hates this stuff. Why Warren Buffett does not like technology. Just some thoughts about that because I'm sure have you ever wondered that? I have. And some really cool stuff about yeah, all that kind of stuff. Well, before I begin, down below in the description there's a link, okay? And if you click on that bad boy, there is training on I really truly believe the most important part of internet marketing. That is converting. That is, taking someone's money and actually putting it into your pocket because that's the hard part of internet marketing. So it's really good education. Now, here's what Warren Buffett said, what I thought was interesting. In the short run, the market is a voting machine. In the long run, it's a weighing machine. So weight counts eventually, but votes count in the short term. Now, Warren Buffett is a value investor. He learned from Benjamin Graham. He's the type of guy who looks for cigarette butts that, you know, have one or two more puffs in them, but people threw them away. Yeah, there's value there. He picks them up for cheap, right? In fact, when he was a kid, he used to go to horse race tracks, and he used to go through all the discarded tickets and look for money and winners because people would throw them away because value. He's a big value investor. Now, it applies to stocks. He reads stocks all day long, and he looks for undervalued companies, and he just buys the shit out of them. And he made a bunch of money because, well, in a nutshell, he used other people's money too, helped them make more money, and he was a cheap dude who never spent enough money. He still, carries his own luggage and drives his own car and stuff. All right. So, but the fascinating thing about Warren Buffett is he hates technology. His number two best, well, apart from Charlie Munger, is Bill Gates, who's made a bunch of money in technology. But it always fascinated me. Why the heck does he hate technology? Um, but right before, there's a story that I want to share with you, which is very interesting. And right before the dot-com bubble burst, he went to this private party. It was out in the country and stuff, and all the movers and shakers were there, like a private event, like a week-long event. And guess who came in the room, right? The dot-com money makers, the new money. And they're like, yeah, we got Mr. Money over here. And they're like, look at these dinosaurs. They don't know what the hell they're doing. We're going to pass them up. We're the shit. They thought they were everything. And Warren Buffett, he kind of was like old money, old money. Hey, they kind of went up there and they gave this speech. And it's pretty funny. And what he said was, I'm going to say some of the stuff he said, which I thought was really fascinating because it was the most powerful thing in that event. And then, but anyways, although innovation might lift the world out of poverty, people who invest in innovation historically have not been glad afterwards. And he gives some examples. There were 3,000 automobile companies. It's the most important invention at the first half of the century. Guess how many survived? Three. Boom. Three. And at one time or another, three were selling less for the book value. And book value is the amount of money that has been put in the companies and just left there. Okay, that's what book value means. And another invention he talks about is airplane, another huge invention. During the Kitty Hawk and Wright brothers, you might go, whoa, look at that thing. Everybody's gonna be flying these bad boys everywhere. They're gonna make all kinds of money. It started with 200 companies, and as a couple of years ago, there's like no money in airplanes in the stock industry, in the airplane industry. It's so hard to make a profit. And I was like, that's kind of true. That's kind of interesting. So he said that it's wonderful to promote new industries because they're very promotable. They're very sexy. It's very hard to promote investments in mundane products. Uh, yeah, because there's just like, Geico. Oh, we all want to talk about Geico. That Geico insurance, which Geico actually started from government employees. And Benjamin Graham, he went to school and learned from Benjamin Graham, but Benjamin Graham was on the board of Geico, and that's how he learned about it. But their moat was cheap insurance. That was a competitive advantage. But what he says, Warren Buffett, is it's much easier to promote esoteric products. Esoteric means, people they can't understand it. Oh, well, it means only understood by a very small amount of people, esoteric. So there's the word of the day. Even particularly one with losers, okay, it's easy to promote new products, even with losers, because there's no quantitative guideline. Nobody really understands the shit. You could be the snake oil salesman. You could be the pyramid scam artist. What was that guy's name from New York who he did? Drawing a blank, but he did some big pyramid scam, and boom. Look at Bitcoin. How many people actually understand Bitcoin? How it actually works? There's like 1,300 cryptocurrencies now. There's even a Chuck E. Cheese coin, Chuck E. Cheese token. A Whopper coin, a Trump coin. How many people actually understand that stuff? Not many. But they see money being made and go, wow, I want to get shit in that. I want to get on that. It's very emotional. Markets are they're not logical. Now, what he says, it reminds him of a story, which was very fascinating, of a oil prospector who died and went to heaven. Okay. And he came up there, St. Peter's like, well, I checked you out and you meet all the qualifications. You can actually arrive in heaven. But there's a problem. And we have some tough zoning laws up here. And, well, we keep all the oil prospectors over in this one place in heaven. It's like a pen. And as you can see over there, it's just chock full of oil prospectors. It's all in this pen. Not that much room. Okay. And the prospector said, well, do you mind if I just say 4 words? St. Peter goes, there's no harm in that. Go ahead. And he goes, this is what he says. Prospector cups his hand and goes, oil discovered in hell. And of course, the locks him off the cage, and all the guys go, oh, we gotta go, woo. So they head straight down into hell. Boop. And St. Peter says, oh, that's a pretty slick trick. You got a lot of room now. Make yourself at home, all the room in the world. And the prospector pauses for a minute. He's about to do it. He goes, wait a minute. I think I'll go down with the rest of those boys. There might be some truth in that rumor after all. And, if you look at that story, it's kind of relates a little bit. It kind of compares to stocks, speculations, Bitcoin, other investments. What Benjamin Graham used to say is you can get in way more trouble with a good idea than a bad idea, because you forget the good idea has limits. Okay? And a lot of investing comes down to common sense. And I want to talk to you one thing Warren Buffett said in an interview, which I just remembered. I want to share with you. I was forgetting it. But he said when you look at Bitcoin, it's really just money moving hands. Okay? But the funny thing is, it's not really that faster, because have you ever tried to get on exchange? It's not easy. They got all these laws and loopholes. I had to get verified, which took me 10 tries. And then when I got verified, I couldn't upload the funds. So supposedly I can't upload the funds. I actually tried just for the hell of it. I couldn't do it for some weird reason. But at the end of the day, you're just taking money and you're uploading funds to an exchange. And then, they send it over something anonymously and you go down again. And it's kind of like, you could do the same damn thing with another service or whatever. So you got to look at what the value of it brings to society. And there's potential with blockchain. Don't get me wrong. I did a video on the cool stuff it could do, like with voting and how it's Internet 2.0, and there's predictive marketing. But there's theories right now, and that's the trouble. It's speculation. Okay, that's the problem with it. So a lot of investing, what he talks about, which I'm learning from, it comes down to common sense. Something's like a bubble, and there's bubbles all over the place, like the housing bubble, where, homes are being sold for a shitload of money, but you can only rent them out for just a little tiny bit of money. The shit's overpriced, it's a bubble, and and knowing the value of what an investment really will give you, whether it be a house, a stock, a cryptocurrencies, is a very important thing. It comes down to the value investing philosophy. So sure, there's value in Bitcoin. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's great technology, but is it worth $17,000, $10,000. That's the challenging part, and it's even more challenging because it's more complicated because you're not going to sure what the marketplace is going to be like in a couple of years from now. That's the hard part to figure out, and that's why I think Warren Buffett invests in a lot of these simple companies because you can understand them, and you know where they're going to be in like 5 years from now or 10 years from now. With Bitcoin, who knows what the hell is going to happen, man? There's a lot of variables at play, and it could pay off. Don't get me wrong. It could be, nobody knows. Nobody has a crystal ball. It could be worth a lot. So that's the challenging part, and that's investing. So I always like the saying that you make your money when you buy, not when you sell. If you're expecting the price to go up, it's gambling, and there's always a chance, and you want to put as much of the chance in your favor, I guess. But anyways, just my thoughts. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button if you learned something new. I thought it was pretty cool. I want to share with you. One of the best investments I honestly think that it's really hard to go wrong with is education. And that's what's so cool about YouTube and Google, because I'm constantly on here learning from other people too. It's a great tool. The internet, decentralization of information, and one of the most valuable skills I honestly believe, because in my own personal experience, I know from this, is learning how to convert sales online. Because all the traffic doesn't mean shit if you can't convert. And that's a very good saying. So if you really do want to make some money on the side on the internet, that you can't go wrong learning how to convert. Okay, because you'll learn that you'll use that on the internet, and nobody's even talking nowadays face to face, right? It's all internet. That's the way the trend is going. So learning how to do that, I mean, you're going to be ahead of the game. You are, and that's something that you can always use in the future. You can leverage. So leverage education. Okay, it's valuable. Education is valuable and powerful if you use it. Okay. So anyways, and you can use that. Some things in school I argue like, why do we learn this? We can't use this like calculus unless I'm an engineer. Lawyers make more money than engineers. It's crazy. So I'm going off a tangent, but click that link below if you're interested in learning how to make money online. It's very good education. The guy is very successful. Have a great, wonderful rest of your day, and bye for now.